Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about patch 8.2 of Battle for Azeroth, and more specifically we're going to ask the question that everybody's been asking these days, and that is it worth coming back to World of Warcraft for patch 8.2? So really for me, I'm going to talk about basically my experiences with this patch. Before the classic beta went live, I was playing this PTR every single day on stream. Follow the stream, by the way, twitch.tv/MrGM. And we were playing the hell out of the 8.2 PTRs. We've done Nazjatar, we've done Mechagon, we did the dungeon, didn't do any raid testing. I do normally do the raid testing, but we just didn't get around to doing it this time, so I can't really speak too much about the raid. It does look pretty cool though. I've seen a few little bits and pieces of raid testing here and there, and it does look like a really solid raid. So sadly, you won't hear my thoughts on the raid. I'm not much of a raider anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I can't talk about the raid, but it seems okay. So let's just jump straight in with Mechagon. Now, Mechagon was a zone that I was super excited about when they announced it back at BlizzCon, and yeah, it definitely delivers on something. I really enjoyed this zone, and the reason I enjoyed this zone was really because it was so different. It was different to what we've had, and at the time, I don't know if it's changed since then, it was back a couple weeks ago now on the PTR, they only had one world quest per day in this zone, and the rest were actually daily quests. I'm a classic guy, you know, I like the older World of Warcraft and the pacing of it, and daily quests are one of those things. Back in TBC, the island of Quel'Danas, that zone right there was absolutely incredible, and I really enjoyed the daily quests of there. And ever since Battle for Azeroth launched, I've been begging for daily quests to return. Not a big fan of world quests. I feel they're just so random, and I feel with daily quests at least you have a little bit of variety there. And yeah, so daily quests have made a return in 8.2, and I'm really happy about that. Beyond the daily quests, you've got a ton of rare spawns around the island and various little things going on. The rare spawns are really cool. A lot of them do drop mounts, and these mounts are very unique, and the art team once again absolutely smashed it with this patch. They always do. Since Battle for Azeroth, since Legion, since forever, the art team are so damn good at their job, and some of these mounts are really impressive. But yeah, I really enjoyed Mechagon. I don't want to ramble too much about everything. I want to keep this kind of short and just kind of get to the point on a lot of things, but yeah, Mechagon, really enjoyed the Mechagnomes. I really think they probably will be the next allied race along with the Vulpera. And yeah, I really do like Mechagon. I feel the only thing that was kind of funny about the whole thing was they were like, yeah, it's a lost city of Mechagon, or it's a lost island of Mechagon, and it was literally just off the coast of Stormsong Valley, which was kind of funny. I would have thought maybe, I guess they still could, we haven't seen the cinematics or anything like that, but I kind of thought they would do like a Wakanda type thing where it's like hidden in plain sight, they've got this barrier over it or something like that, but yeah, at the moment it's just off the coast of Stormsong Valley, which is kind of funny. And there's a lot of unique and interesting ideas, that stuff that we haven't seen before. I really enjoyed the customizable mount, the Meccano Saber or whatever it's called. You get it through building on this tinkering profession, which is like an island-based profession, and you build it through there, and then you actually get like paint pots throughout the island, and you can unlock different colors for your mount, and you actually get to choose which color mount you would like to use, and once you unlock more colors, you can kind of switch it up to how you feel, and yeah, I really do like that. That's a really unique and cool feature of the island. So overall for Mechagon, honestly, I really do enjoy it. I definitely recommend that you check it out as soon as this patch launches. So next up, Nazjatar. Now, Nazjatar is a massive lore zone, a huge hype. You know, for years people have been talking about it. Azshara, Nazjatar, Lost City, Well of Eternity Place, what is it, Zinashari, all that kind of stuff. Massive lore implications of this zone. Now, first and foremost, the one thing that rubbed me the absolutely wrong way is the fact that they did not put this on the initial world map. I guess geographically, it should be around this area. I guess it's not, or whatever. They actually ended up putting it on the map for Kul Tiras and Zandalar. It's like a top little thing, kind of like Argus, which is kind of weird. I felt like, as it's so important, I thought it would have had a bit more of a place on the world map, but whatever, it's only something really minor. As for the content of the zone, I really like the Anakoan, the Alliance people. The Horde stuff's good as well, and once again, the zone absolutely looks incredible. The massive amount of waterfalls all around the zone and things like that look absolutely unbelievable, and the new creatures and the cities and the NPCs and everything like that, really good. Once again, smashed it with the art department. Now for the content side of things, I had some problems, and again, this is going off what I had back a couple weeks ago on the PTR. They could have made some changes since then, so if I do say anything wrong, do let me know. But the one thing that really annoyed me was the bodyguard system. Now this was hyped up in the big Jeremy Fiesel thing, everyone was super hyped for it, sounds cool, bringing back a bodyguard, awesome, you get 1 of 3, level it up, whatever. Now I found on the PTR that when I got one, it ended up being, I think it was like an hour or half-hour buff, and when that buff goes away, your bodyguard goes away. So you don't always have him, he's not always there, you're not constantly leveling him up, you only have him for a brief time while you have this buff, and I thought that was just a stupid decision that doesn't really make any sense to me. It still doesn't make any sense. I hope they've gone back on it, as I said, but yeah, that was one of the first things that I saw was super weird. The other thing is the benthic armor. This is something that I did make a video on. Since then, it's actually changed a little bit more than before. They're using the item upgrade interface from previous one. I think it was Mr. Pandara. They had the item upgrade stuff, which is really cool to see that come back. And they increased the price of a lot of the stuff as well, because before it was super easy to get that armor up. As for the story of Nazjatar, the questing is really good. Really enjoyed the starting scenario kind of stuff with there. That was really cool. Had some really good visuals in that as well. But when I did it originally, we literally did all the questing in one day. We did every single part of the story in one single day. And that's maybe 6 to 8 hours of questing and stuff like that, pretty casually, you know. If you were doing it a bit faster, maybe you could do it a bit quicker, but yeah, that was pretty much it. And within day 2 of Nazjatar being open on the PTR, we were already in the rotation of going in, doing world quests, and just kind of your normal stuff that you do in a completed zone, and that shouldn't be the case for something that's 2 days old. But maybe they're gonna gate the questing, I'm not 100% sure, maybe gate it behind some reputation or time. I'm not a big fan of gating content in general, but I guess, I don't know, they could have changed it, Again, that was when Nazjatar first launched on the PTR, we did all that quest, and don't get me wrong, it is very good. They got some really cool quest elements in there, some really cool lore aspects on some of the creatures of Nazjatar, which I really did like, and some stuff with Azshara, and it's always fun when it's Azshara. You know, she's so much hype, and this, you know, she's going to be the driving force of this patch, and Blizzard know that. They know that Azshara is just a massive lore character, and people are excited to see her. So that's it for the zones. Let's just quickly brush upon Operation Mechagon, which is the new mega dungeon. First and foremost, I do not like the fact that this is going to be time gated. It's not going to be there at launch. It's going to come out with the start of Season 3, which is the start of the raid as well. The dungeon should have been there on day 1. I don't understand why it's not. It's a bit annoying, but yeah, so we're not going to get that on day 1, which is kind of sad. But the dungeon, which I did on the PTR, we didn't kill the last boss, but we done the majority of it. It's basically in 2 parts. So you have your outside part and then your inside part. I absolutely hated the outside part of this dungeon. There was so much movement, there was so much, I said, like, more of an old school kind of guy. I don't like too much complicated mechanics where you're moving around all the time. You don't really get a chance to play your character, really. You're spending too much time avoiding everything. And with gnome and goblin type things, it's always kind of crazy and a bit nutty, but yeah, this took it a bit too extreme for me, and I didn't really enjoy it that much. I didn't feel like I was playing my class, I just felt like I was playing just a random character where I had to stand in a certain position or move out of the way of this, and I just had to hit it every now and then. Like, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel nice. The inside part was pretty cool, the visuals, again, absolutely stunning, but again, there was a few little bits here and there that I weren't 100% on, but yeah, not the worst dungeon in the world, but certainly not my favourite, and it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they do actually put this into Mythic Plus at any point in time, because yeah, they'll probably have to split that one right down the middle, I think. Obviously, one of the massive features of this is the Azerite system, and I know that people had massive issues with the Azerite system. It's a lot of people's reason for leaving the game. The Azerite system in gear is not going anywhere. I think the requirements are going away, but the actual gear itself, with the traits and everything like that, that's still staying. What they're putting on top of that is like a smaller progression thing where you kind of you can get some new passive abilities, or you can get a new like instant abilities and things like that, and it's hard to explain, and it will take me an entire video to explain the whole system to you, but I think it's okay. It's a bit of a band-aid fix, but it's better than it was, but I really dislike expansion-based features anyway. And yeah, I honestly, I'm not a game dev, and I couldn't think of a fix of the Azerite system other than just removing it, which they can't do really at this phase of the expansion. So this is probably the best of a bad situation. It will be cool to unlock all the traits and get some of maybe the legendary ones where they got unique effects and things like that, but yeah, it'll be cool to collect the essences, and hopefully there won't be just a meta of, you gotta use this one, you've definitely gotta use this one, if you don't use this one, you're not coming to raid, things like that. That is not a meta that I hope exists within the new Heart of Azerite system. You've also got the new war campaign. Again, just a little bit of questing, not too much, like maybe an hour or two of questing and stuff. It's all good, like really good story progression. Not too much to say about that really, it's okay. You got Heritage Armor for the Gnome and Tauren. Again, a little bit of questing there. Really great quests for the Gnome and Tauren. I think they've done an absolutely fantastic job with those two. The Gnome one is absolutely insane, and both armors do look really, really great. They've also got 2 new islands. You've got Crestfall and Snow Blossom Village. Did them both. Crestfall looks fantastic. Bit of a shame this massive lore area did get snuffed into a island expedition. I feel like there's definitely more to be done there. Hopefully they bring it back, or maybe take you there on a quest, or do something else with the zone, because it does look really great, and I think they've done a really good job with Crestfall. Snow Blossom Village, more of the same. Nice to see some different NPCs in islands. Not the biggest fan of islands, but, you know, they're okay, but yeah, it's whatever. Heroic Warfronts, haven't got a chance to do those, sadly. I've heard they're a lot better, but not the best. It's still a Warfront, it's just a little bit harder. Can't say too much about that, didn't try it out. What else is coming? You got Flying, which I'm excited. Flying's gonna be really good. You've got Mount Equipment, again, really enjoyed Mount Equipment. I felt this is something that should have been in the game years ago, but it is great to see it come in. It does kind of suck that every single mount will be water walking, and they got rid of the water walking on the water walking mount, but I can understand why they've done that, because they don't want everyone running around on the water strider, which is completely understandable. So excited for Mount Equipment. It's gonna be cool. Hopefully they expand upon it in different expansions. Yeah, hopefully it goes somewhere good. And that's pretty much it. There's a pet battle dungeon. There's some new stuff with professions. I don't really know too much about that stuff. I'm just gonna talk about my experiences with 8.2. So after sitting through me rambling on about absolutely crap, should you return for patch 8.2? Probably. Give it a go. If you have the gold or the money to buy the sub and join back in World of Warcraft, give it a go. Give it a month. Come into the game, do Mechagon, do Nazjatar. Hopefully the dungeon launches within that month. I don't know if it will. If you got a No More Tauren, do that quest, check out the new islands, do Heroic Warfront, do everything new and see how you feel about it. As I said, Nazjatar will have world quests, Mechagon will have daily quests which change on the daily, which is really good. They have like, I think they have NPCs that come visit from different areas of WoW, which is really awesome. Get revered with those two factions and unlock flying and try flying out. I haven't personally flown in Kul Tiras and Zandalar or Mechagon or Nazjatar, but looking at Nazjatar, it's going to be a lot of fun to fly around that zone, trust me. It's very cool, and I really do like the fact that there is a lot of different levels to it, and it will be awesome to be able to fly around there. And in general, just flying around Kul Tiras and Zandalar will be fantastic anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Should you return for 8.2? If you've got the disposable income or the gold or the willpower, come back for a month, give it a go, see what you think. You know, they've done some good changes. I definitely agree with that. They've done some, you know, they've really tried their best. They know they did wrong. Okay, and that's what we gotta understand. They know they did wrong, and they are trying their best to fix it. I hope 8.3 is even better. I hope that the next expansion takes some really important parts of Classic WoW there, because Classic WoW right now is blowing up big time. You guys all know that. And I hope that 9.0 uses some of that to kind of improve on the game, because I'm an absolute Classic fanboy when it comes down to it, but I would absolutely love the game, the retail version of World of Warcraft, to be just as good, to be even better in fact, because yeah, nostalgia's good, but having something new that's good is even better, if that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense. Oh well. So guys, thank you very much for sitting through that. Before I go, I'd like to give a massive shout out to amazing patrons, YouTube channel members and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome, and if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members and a merch store over on Streamlabs. And I'm also now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. Been doing a lot of classic content recently, but 8.2 is around the corner, so we're going to check out 8.2 when that launches. And yeah, so if you want to check me out streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.